Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Controllers Katanas. This is probably episode 1 million. Been doing it for so long now. We've lost count, but we're still enjoying it. Thanks for stopping by. We've got more anime for you, more TV shows. So let's get straight into it. And I think we're going to start off with Solo Leveling, I believe. Because it's such a great show.
Episode 3, Season 2. Just a good episode, mate, innit? Just a good episode all around.
I mean, I think every episode in this season is going to be good. Like, it's just going from strength to strength, so...
Yeah. It's just destined, isn't it? It's just destined for greatness. Always. The animation's always on point. The story's good. It's obviously not the most unique story of all time, I guess, but they just do it so well with it. It's just very enjoyable. And in this one, he's basically, obviously, he's looking for the elixir of life. That's his entire reason for doing it. He wants to try and create this elixir of life so he can save his mum. Mate, there's some interesting parts in this episode. We learn a lot, don't we, in this episode?
Yeah, really, yeah.
But what made me laugh is he obviously is in that instance, in that like portal, and he's got all his minions mining for him, all the essence stones and stuff. He's like a proper like manager into like, I'm just gonna sit here and chill. You lot just do everything and make me all this money.
Yeah. And his friend who's with him, Jin Ho, he's like,
he's cool.
I wanted to do some mining, and then one of his minions literally just gives him like a pile of like essence stones, and he's like, oh, thank you.
But he's Iron, in it. He's one of the best minions now. That tank, obviously, he's obviously he's a crap human, mate, but he's a great summon, isn't he? Like, he's proper funny.
Yeah, like when he died as a human, like he got he got erased, didn't he, by Jin Woo. So much better, so much more useful now.
Oh, he's awesome. He's awesome. He's like just chilling in, like dancing and stuff all the time, emoting and with them all. Yeah. He's proper cool, mate.
Yeah, he brings like a bit of comedy to the show as well, doesn't he? Like,
yeah, he's good.
A bit like Kaiju. Like some bits you get like gory and violence and stuff, and then you get this like really funny moments, which I really enjoyed with Kaiju number 8. But we have this little cute moment where they're both. So Jin Woo's got like a deal, hasn't he? He's got to clear 19 dungeons. He helps him do that, and then this like Korean barbecue meal which looks.
I don't know if you noticed this, right? See, I know that Solo Leveling is a Korean show, but you know the beer they was drinking was definitely that Asahi, wasn't it? You know, the Japanese lager. Yeah. It was 100% that. It was the same colour label, like silver label and everything. It was 100% that, and I was like, do you know what? I respect your choice, mate. I respect your choice.
I was too busy looking at the food, mate. I literally like my tongue was out, mate. I was dribbling.
Oh, anime,
so nice. And
if you are hungry, do not watch any anime that has any type of food in it, because you will be starving after you've watched it. 100%.
But yeah, they have this little bonding moment, and Jin Ho's like, my brother in real life, IRL. He's, I don't really know him, didn't really get on with him, didn't do a lot of things with him, but he views Jin Woo as his proper brother, because Jin Woo's helped him so much, like progressing as like a hunter and helping him out with like financially and stuff. So
yeah, and just a human. He's just a nice guy, isn't he? They've got each other's back, and they're obviously they're just bros. Hashtag bros, mate.
But just to let you know, Jin Ho at this moment is actually drunk. But what Jin Woo does, he sees him, what he says and stuff like that, fills his glass back up, and he goes, "From this moment, you will be my brother."
Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy.
It's like the moment we decided to do Control of the Corners.
From this moment,
we will be brothers.
It's like Step Brothers, isn't it? Did we just become best friends?
You want to hit me right now, don't you? Yeah. But
did you touch my drum set?
It's a really good moment. Like, obviously, Jin Woo is recognised by one of his friends. He's not really got many friends, has he, Jin Woo? But this guy, he's obviously now. It's more than his friend, is his brother. So,
well, obviously, all growing up, everyone just thought he was a weakling, didn't they? And like peasant.
Yeah, it's like when Solo Leveling first started. It's like when you start like an online multiplayer game, and you're like really weak at first. A year later, mate, beast, level 200 or whatever, and that's what Jin Woo is now, mate. He's just solid, mate. And every episode, he gets better. His abilities get better. And later on in this episode, we'll discuss what he does, mate. And it's fire.
It's so sick. But we also get introduced with a new guy in this show, in this episode, with long hair. They've locked him in a cell. Obviously, he meets the guys on that boat, doesn't he? But they've locked him in a cell, and instantly I put down, this guy's going to be a menace. And then I could just sense it, mate. But his name was like Il Hwan Sung. And then I thought, is he related to Jin Woo at all? Because it's like, obviously, Jin Woo Sung. I was like, you got the same name, Sung, mate. I was like, are they related at all? And you'll find out in a minute. You'll find out.
Yeah, so this guy is he's ended up in America, but he's Japanese. So the gods are like, don't really understand him, so they're going to get an interpreter in, which is the guy. Funny enough, is after Jin Woo. It's that Hwan guy, isn't it? He's been sent to
Big Dongo
to question him. But apparently, this big burly, solid bloke's been trapped in a gate for 10 years, apparently. And then when he exited the gate, he ended up in America. So this is where we are now. But it flashes back to, well, we go back to Jin Woo and what he's doing. And he's back at the gate, isn't he, from season 1?
He's off to have a bat with Cerberus, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's back at the Demon's Gate, isn't he? The Demon's Castle Gate. Big red door. And he's thinking back, he's like, yeah, when I was here last time, I was about level 20. Now I'm about level 200, mate. So here we go.
Yeah,
so
I think he reckons he's about level 60ish now, doesn't he? Like,
yeah.
There's obviously I liked how you got to see that sort of progression. So because obviously you just see level up, level up, level up, level up. You never really fully know. So it's nice to get that sort of like establishment of, he's actually was level 20 at this point, and now he's gained 40 levels since then. Obviously you can see what level he is, and obviously how his progression is. It just makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it? So for you to follow.
And it's been good to see, like, you know, from season 1 where he's like this weak guy. He's got the brains, but he's like, you know, physically he's not a good hunter at all. And now he's fucking beast, mate. He's literally
full package, mate. Full package.
So powerful now, and that class he's got, like I said last week, Shadow Monarch, mate. I mean, we did a short about it, didn't we? The fact that he can kill anyone. Yeah, the fact he can kill anyone and bring him back to life, mate. If I had that, mate, I'd be killing loads of people. Get back up. Come on.
Nearly everyone, innit? Well, he needs to get a higher level. But yeah, he's entered this instance. It's like one of those ones where it's like a tier level thing, isn't it? Where you've got to get to the top. So there's like 100 levels, 100 floors or whatever, and you've got to
like a dungeon,
defeat the floors. Yeah, like a proper dungeon crawl. And he gets a side quest to collect 10,000 demon souls. And in my head, I was thinking, if I was on like World of Warcraft or something and I got one of them as a quest, that is way too grindy. I'd have just cancelled it. Like, I literally would have just cancelled it. I wouldn't have even bothered. I'd just right-click the quest and like, delete, mate. I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. You're having a laugh, mate. 10,000 souls.
Look for the X thing at the top corner. Like, yep, that's gone, mate. But he does it, doesn't he? He gets to it. No messing. Smashes loads of demons.
Yeah.
It gets to a point in the dungeon where it gets so powerful because he's killing so many demons so fast that the demons in the gates are literally scared of him, and they're like fearful, aren't they? He's just like chopping heads off and stuff. Yeah,
one of the things I liked as well, that big bear, that obviously the leader of the bears, he named him Tank. Yeah. But like, one of the parts that made me laugh was he starts riding him and he's just got this like massive smile on his face, like proper enjoying himself. Like, this is so cool. I'm riding a massive bear that I've just literally summoned. Like, this is sick.
So we have a flash. It goes back to Jin Ho, his mate, and he wants to take over the Yujin Guild, doesn't he? And he speaks to him. I'm assuming it's like his father or one of the leaders or whatever. And the guy's like, "You can be the leader if you recruit Jin Woo to their guild.
You've got to get him on your side."
Yeah. And
obviously, no one knows where he is, do they? He's like, we can't locate him. Like, he's literally disappeared.
Because he knows that the White Tiger Guild are after him as well. So like, there's a time limit, mate. You need to get there before then, because I know they've been scouting him since all that stuff happened with the Red Gate a couple of episodes ago. So he needs to hurry up, mate.
Yeah, and in that dungeon, there's loads of cool things in there, isn't there, like that happen and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things I like as well is that, like, it's not that he can't get to the top. It's just that he's physically ran out of food. Like, he's been in the dungeon for days. Obviously, I don't know what it is in real time, but in dungeon time, he's been in there ages. He's getting sleep. He's having loads of meals. He's obviously got his 10k souls. He's obviously goes up against that Lord of the Lower Floors, which is that massive red demon orc, like ogre type thing, isn't he? He was sick, he was, mate. He was proper sick.
That bit there, like, it reminded me of Diablo so much. Like,
it honestly so sick, wasn't it?
That is a Diablo boss, mate. That is definitely.
Yeah, it was so cool, mate. But one of the things that I mentioned this in episode 1, I think it was.
Yeah, I've got it here. Yeah.
He needed to put more points in his intellect because he kept running out of mana, and he's done exactly that. I was like, yes, I was literally like round of applause, mate, on my TV, like, good lad, good lad, good lad. Glad you listened.
I literally wrote that, but it's like, yeah, you mentioned that.
I was like, Jim Woo, I am your RPG coach, mate. I'll tell you what to do. All you do is listen to me, and you'll be the greatest in the world, mate.
Stick with me, son. Well, this big boss, this fat demon dude, he's got some speed about him, hasn't he?
He's so fast. He's so rapid. Yeah, he uses like loads of battle cries and stuff, doesn't he? He's really cool. Yeah. Like, he's a proper good boss.
I think it takes Jim Woo by surprise, like how fast he is. Yeah. And there's a bit where like Jim Woo's like tells Iron to like pass his shield, and he like uses his shield to like stop these like attacks from the big boy.
Yeah, honestly, that I actually wrote that down as a note as well, just because like the way utilising obviously the summons now is like for the weapons and stuff. Obviously, like he threw it to him proper Captain America style, so he could block it.
Yeah,
it was proper cool. Like the animation is just fantastic in this show. Like so good.
So we have this bit as well where Mr. Hung,
Big Dongo,
Hung, yeah, he's gone to meet the guy in the prison. And we get some more information about him, don't we? So, so this dude says basically like the dungeons, the gates, the beasts. That's just a tip of the iceberg of what's coming. Like this big calamity's coming, and it's his job to like try and like stop this disaster from coming about. And then we find out that this is Jin Woo's dad, mate. And then Mr. Orang's like finds that is like, right. Well, your son's going to be dead soon, so you can meet him in the next life kind of thing.
I think he tells him that his son is dead, doesn't he? Like, he literally says, oh, well, he's dead or something, doesn't he? But, like, it's when he's on about the catastrophe and stuff, and obviously, like, it's linked to the gates and the magical beasts, and he obviously is trying to avert it. So, obviously, so far, it seems like he's not, like, a bad person necessarily. Obviously, we don't really know, but, hey, the legendary abilities must be genetic after all, mate. It can't be a coincidence. It'll be genetic. But it's what happened, like the scene when it cuts back after this. And Big Dongo's just been absolutely obliterated, mate.
Yeah, we have a scene where it's like part of the city's been damaged, buildings are on fire. And this is a fight between the two S ranks, which is Jin Woo's father and Mr. Orang. Mr. Orang's been battered, mate.
He's been demolished, but I like it how them guys are like, yeah, they do save two S ranks, fight it out, they can destroy like a city sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jin Woo's got loads of loot now, and he's managed to smash 75 floors. He's got a new necklace, got loads of stuff that have granted him a little bit more.
And he's got two of the ingredients, hasn't he?
Yeah, the most important thing, he now only needs one more thing for the Elixir of Life too. But yeah, honestly, such a great episode. The fact that they're introducing his dad, did not expect that at all to happen, mate. Like, I'm glad they've really building on the story outside of obviously Jin Woo a little bit. Not that there's anything wrong with him, obviously, in his story, but it's just nice that we're getting all of that extra content now from it. Like, it's just sick, mate. Love it.
And then Jin Woo,
world building, you can't beat it.
Yeah, Jin Woo's dad's come out as gate, mate. It's massive, solid. So
he
must have been like do some like push-ups or whatever while he's been waiting to come back.
What about if he's got the same sort of thing as Jin Woo, mate? And he's like, obviously like level like 500 or something, mate. Like he's just a beast or something.
Yeah. But yeah, when he first came into it, obviously before I knew he was Jin Woo's dad, I thought he was like going to be like next baddie. Like he had that build,
I thought it was, I thought 100% he was going to be a villain.
Yeah.
100% that he was going to be a villain.
But no, well, at the moment he's not a villain, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see what happens next episode.
Yeah, enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Very good.
And if you haven't watched it, watch it right now. Crunchyroll, mate. Do it.
Sick.
You will not regret it.
It's actually so sick.
A lad we work with, Josh, he will soon be on the podcast next month, maybe. He has watched the first season in about 2 days, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, and he's up to date as well, into now on the new one.
He's up to date. He actually got more up to date before I watched this last episode. So he beat me and he was like asking me about it. I was like, I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen it, bro.
It surpassed me. But yeah, it's really good. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it's insane. Speaking of great anime this season, mate. Sakamoto Days. Episode 2. So I found out episode 3's out as well. Like, their episodes are airing. Like, the Japanese episode 3's out, but obviously we're watching it on Netflix. And there's only two episodes out on Netflix, I believe, anyway. On your other dodgy sites like your AniWatch and all that sort of stuff, you can watch 3 episodes. But for the sake of this and for the sake of obviously watching it dubbed, we're just doing one a week. It's just easier. Don't want to confuse it. But yeah, this is like, I loved the start of this where Shin is just fanboying in the shop over Sakamoto. It's just proper good, isn't it? Like, he's obviously all those people and it's been battered by him. And Shin proper drops him in it, doesn't he, with his missus? He says iced him, and Sakamoto's wife gets dead angry. And I just thought it was really funny how like they've got this legendary hitman, like the hardest man in the world, no one can beat him, and he's just scared of his wife. Like, it's proper good, mate. It's so good.
Yeah, like in the other episode, we saw like Sakamoto's wife, and we're like, oh, she's really nice, like really like gentle and kind and stuff. Then we see this other side to her, and she's got proper kicking off, like, you better not be killing again. We made a rule. The family rule is you don't kill anyone, and if you do it, we're going to file for divorce, kind of thing. I was like, woof. Proper went off on one out team, but
yeah, like, proper... and obviously that explains why he just took that taser when he got all them guns out.
Yeah, he's not there to kill people. It's just
the dread on his face, like his facial expression as well. He was like proper terrified.
And then she goes like, okay, I'm going to sweep outside or whatever. And then Shin sees, because he can see things before they happen, he sees like Taro thinking of ways to like hurt Shin. He's like,
stab him in the side of the neck with 2 pens into.
Like, why are you always thinking about trying to kill me?
Why are you always thinking about ways to try to kill me? Oh, I like how as well. Like, he doesn't talk. Like, he just talks to Shin through his mind. Like, his conversations are just through his head, I think. Like, I don't think he's actually talking. He's just Shin. Shin that can hear him.
Words,
yeah.
Man, a few words, isn't he?
He's a legend, mate. He's a legend. But we get introduced to a new character here. So they're out on a bit of an errand. He wants these, what is it? Like steamed pork balls or something, aren't they? And this girl basically drops out of the sky and lands on Sakamoto and squashes all of his buns. Like, he's just bought them, and the art style is like... I can't explain the art style in this, though. I honestly really, really love the art style in this. Because obviously I watched a lot of anime growing up, it has a really, really retro sort of anime type feel to it. Like the way that the girl character that obviously comes in, Xiaotang, or Shotang, or however you pronounce the name, the way her hair's drawn and things like that, it's got like a very, very like traditional type of anime feel, and I'm all for it, mate. I absolutely love the way that they're drawn and the character design of it. It's sort of like weirdly comforting to me because it just sort of like feels nostalgic, even though it's just come out. Like, it's so good, love it.
Yeah, the animation's beautiful in this anime. I'm really enjoying it. Like, because when it first came out, I didn't know what to expect, and I was like, well, the first 2 episodes are really good. I was like, I literally straight away.
Straight away, as soon as the opening scene, when it's like Sakamoto, like from when he was younger, and you're like, do you know what? This is sick.
He fell in love. He fell in love, and there's literally a fat guy. I was like, yeah,
this is good. This is my type of material right here, mate.
That tick. But so we find out Liu Xiaotang is being chased, isn't she? She's being chased by gangsters. That's why she flew out of a window onto Taro. But so Taro and Shin help out Liu Xiaotang. and they beat off these gangsters, but then more turn up with guns, so they have to like run off. But I love the bit where they're running off, and like Tara's always thinking about his buns. Is like my ruined pork buns, like a little it pops up next to his head, like pork buns, the ruined.
Oh, it's proper good. I love it how they're just getting shot at and they're just legging it.
And we have a bit, don't we? We have that bit with the CEO of Dan Incorporated. Or can you remember that bit? It's like obviously this guy wants Lou's like you find out he wants a key offer, and he gets all these thugs like find this girl now kind of thing. Then one of the guys like apologising because they lost her. Gets his head chopped off, doesn't he?
Like, smashes him to bits, mate.
Yeah, there's these two psycho thugs that the CEO have hired. Is it Bacho and got it written down here?
Oh, them twins.
Sun Hee, yeah. These two madheads, mate, have been hired, but it literally just chop people's heads off, don't they? Chop people's heads off willy nilly. So.
Oh, they're full blown absolute nutters, aren't they?
I couldn't believe it. It reminded me of that Elusive Samurai, that bit. Like suddenly it's like all funny, and next minute.
Mate, I literally just in my head I was thinking about that literally right now, like it's proper Elusive Samurai where you laugh your head off and next minute like what? Like someone's literally been decapitated directly in front of us as we're laughing, like.
and then you click back on Crunchyroll to make sure you're watching the same show. You're like, is this the same?
Like, yeah, this is definitely the thing. But yeah, she's basically part of like a mafia family, isn't she? They're all obviously they're after this key for a family safe, and they're sort of like they're on that rooftop thing, aren't they? And they're just saying like, oh, they'll help, like we'll help you. And just as they're saying that, Sakamoto just gets a kick to the head, doesn't he? His head's like a balloon, bro. It's proper funny the way they animated his head.
It just flies off, doesn't it?
Bro, the way they animated him getting kicked in the head proper made me laugh. It was like this, like a bubble.
Yeah, so we find out these guys, these two assassins, mate, we find a bit more about them. So basically, what they do is they chop people's heads off, and then they take them home and sketch them. I'm
going to draw your head. Proper weirdos.
You got fooey days, haven't you? But it's definitely people you want to invite around for tea. Oh yeah, come round, mate. Tea
proper
and biscuits,
weirdos. Come on, but they're so fast, aren't they? Though they're really, really fast. And obviously, one of them basically teleports behind Showa Tang, and Sakamoto just punches him through the roof to the floor below, doesn't he? Like into a different room. And then
I was going to mention about that Bacho bit. So the Bacho guy, he's got a bald head. And this bit where Taro appears behind him, just smacks him on top of his bald head, doesn't he? It's like you're like clonk, and he, like I say, he falls through the floor, doesn't he?
Demolish him, and you get a little flashback, don't you? Of like Sakamoto when he's like meeting his missus, and I think in his head he's playing like basically like why he doesn't kill essentially into it. Like you learn about a little bit, but mate, she's a nutter, she is. She is like Lois Lane, Superman 2 level nutter. And if no one knows what I'm talking about, some of you might. There's a scene in one of those 70s Superman movies, Superman 2, where Lois Lane's like, no, I know you're Superman. And she just jumps out of a window, like a massive window. But he don't want to give it away, so what he does, he bombs down these stairs, and he like uses his like laser eyes like hit this thing to knock this like a veranda thing, and she bounces on it and saves her that way. And she's obviously she does the same on this. His missus just runs and just jumps clean off the edge of this like thingy. Like, you're a nutter, mate. What are you doing? But obviously, because he's sick, he's like rapid, manages to catch her. And she does say, to be fair, like she didn't realise it was as far down as it actually was. And there was snow, so it was like a softer landing, proper Assassin's Creed style, mate. But yeah, it just proper reminded me of Lois Lane from Superman 2, just chucking herself clean out a window.
Yeah, she's a bit bonkers. Like when she first comes into the show, you're like, oh, she's really nice. Like, I mean, he's got a nice family, but she's a bit mad beyond it.
That's what he needs, though. That's what he needs to. It's the only way he can settle him down.
But I love this fight between the brothers and Shin and Taro is so funny. There's a bit where they're trying to unleash these special moves, aren't they, against him? And Taro literally just dodges them all. And then Taro's like, "Yeah, I'm all right, but I kind of did pull my neck,
I pulled my neck a little bit."
And then Shin runs in with a relief plaster and just puts it on his neck. It just like a medic. He runs in. I've got a relief plaster here for you, and puts it on his neck. And then
it's the fact they're like, "Iron Pose special technique." He just gets smashed over the head with that metal cooking pan. That's so funny, mate.
But it's before that where again, they do another special move, and I think he does something to his hand, doesn't he, or something? He does something to his finger or something, and then Shin runs in again with a little plaster, bandages his finger. But yeah, that bit with the pot of soup on the head, mate, that was so funny.
That's so funny. So funny. So he's clobbered one with a metal cooking pot, and then he's put an entire fridge on the other one.
that bit with the pot was so funny because it literally mid shouting something like war cry. Boom on the back of his head.
Yeah, he shouts "Iron Pose special technique," and then just gets clonked clean on his head, mate.
Gets annihilated, yeah. But that fridge one was so funny. Of all the things in the
just
kitchen,
a random fridge on him.
Massive.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a funny show. But basically, then they've tied them up and then hand delivered the twins to the boss, and then battered the boss.
Yeah, they let Lou, don't they? Lou Xiaotang, they let her literally just batter him, mate.
She keeps teasing him.
Oh, we also found out that these two assassins that have now been beaten up, they killed Lou's parents, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because they're mad heads, mate. But yeah, so they opened the safe that Lou had the key for. They open it, loads of gold, different values from different family heads. But Lou's father's left a beverage in it, I'm assuming it's wine or something.
Yeah, some booze, isn't it?
But shit. I mean, they had a good old chinwag and a bit of wine, don't they?
Then they sit in the vault eating squashed pork buns and having a bit of a bevy. There's CDs and books, and it's basically something from each generation, isn't it? So they've added through the centuries something different from each century. There's loads of treasure in there that's from ages ago, but yeah,
it made me laugh when they first got in the vault thing. I think Tara's got loads of jewelry on him, hasn't he? He's on the screen looking around what's going on?
Got a necklace on and that, mate. Yeah. But yeah, there's just something about this that's it's just right. It just fits. Everything flows nicely. It's such an easy watch, isn't it? It's a very easy anime to watch. You don't get bored at all. It's one that I definitely recommend.
Yeah, it's when you watch it, even the first episode, you're from the first episode, I've been obviously recommended it to people I meet and stuff other anime fans and stuff yeah, you need to watch this. It's really good. It's funny and it's got good action as well. So it'll keep people engaged and interested. So
yeah, it's sick.
But we've got a new recruit, haven't we, at the shop?
Oh yeah,
Lou's joined the team, the shop team. He'll have about 1 million people working there. At the end.
Hey, he's not making any money in that shop. too busy paying staff's wages, mate.
But yeah, it's a bit where what was it? It's a bit where Taro says to Shin is this is the family rule or whatever. Gives them a book. It's basically do not kill. It's if you break the rule, I'm going to kill you. It's but you can't. It's a family rule.
That's against the rules.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's against the family rule. Yeah, great episode again. Looking forward to the next one, which is it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's on Saturdays, isn't it? So I think that and Solo Leveling both drop on the same day.
Oh, mate.
I believe they do. Yeah, I'm sure they both drop on Saturday.
Well, you've said it now. You've told everyone now, so
yeah,
I believe it.
Definitely on a Saturday.
Watch it. But yeah, we've got another anime we're watching. This is 7 and 8 episode, which is Fire Force
Season 2.
Season 2, yeah, we're getting there. So
the last episode we spoke about, episode 6, felt very weird. it felt like a season finale almost, episode 60, because he got on a boat and then went to China.
Mm.
But obviously this one follows directly on from that. So they've just hit China. And why are they eating dirt? Literally like, oh, this dirt's so nice, just eating the dirt. Like, oh, that dirt looks so yummy.
I thought like, you know, when you're dead excited about something, that's why they do it. But I've never in my life got so excited about something I started eating it.
I don't think I need to eat dirt.
Like, I love Japan, but I don't go in like eating grass and stuff when I get there. Oh, this is brilliant. Eating like gravel when I get there at the airport.
Just eating my TV fun. Because Solo Level and Sakamoto both drop on the same day.
You do realise that you're something. You know, we're on episode 7 and 8. We're getting very close to finally watching season 3 trailer.
I know, yeah. It's literally about 2 months ago now. But yeah, basically, obviously Juggernaut's with them. Juggernaut's mum is obviously Chinese. I've only just realised, mate, when his mum starts talking and stuff, I didn't really notice it with Juggernaut. She's from like New Orleans or something, mate. I'm from New Orleans.
I thought it was like Texas or something.
Yeah, I was like, these are like proper like Southern America, aren't they? Like rednecks, mate.
What I was going to do is like watch that bit in Japanese just to see what
it's like. Yeah. Well, they've ruined all our taters.
Yeah. Some git has ruined the farm, haven't they? Basically.
Yeah. Some little savage took all the tatters.
Some little git.
Oh, I love how they go through China. It's like all these like there's like a high gas content. It's like the Earth's spewing out this gas, and Licht is like the only one with a gas mask on, while everyone else is just high, like so high.
That's so funny.
The one that made me laugh is Shimra sitting on Juggernaut's shoulders, pretending he's a cannon and firing missiles at rocks. It's proper funny, mate.
I like Pan as well. Pan's like he's driving, and he's all like monged out on drugs there. And he's meant to be driving the truck, mate. He's driving it.
Proper funny, mate. But it's like that giant snake thing, and then obviously,
Onyx.
Yeah,
Onyx.
And then the giant, big Onyx, but it's Steelix, mate. He's like after a minute, and then this random talking mole comes out of nowhere. But at first, I think, oh, they're on drugs. They're just imagining it. No, there's actually a talking mole, but they're all spun out. So Arthur just starts swinging it round his head, doesn't he?
Yeah. Feed it to the dragon or whatever. Spin it around.
That made me laugh as well. Arthur's like first thought, he's just spin it around his head dead fast. Poor mole's like that, mate. What's going on?
Just escape danger to be thrown around. But find out it's the potato thief, don't we?
Yeah, so the mole has been stealing Big Juggernaut's mum and dad's taters. So it's a proper adventure episode. This is, isn't it? Like so much adventure. But basically, all the animals in China can talk. I thought so. I was like, oh, so all the animals can talk, but they can't. There's only certain ones that can.
I like the bit as well. Like, so this big worm's chasing the truck. Pan sends out Shimra and Ogun to fight her. Freaking Ogun's got a hoverboard, mate. Controlled by
sick,
fire.
Mate, isn't it? That was so sick. With Martin McFly, mate.
I was like, that's sick, that is. And to be fair, Ogun's like literally his abilities, mate. Whew.
Yeah, he's cool, he is.
Yeah.
He's very cool. But, yeah, so essentially there's an oasis in China. So there's like water, plants, like everything that's not supposed to be in the world is obviously there. Obviously, the world's meant to be in an absolute barren, like, cataclysm, obviously, has affected it. But in my head, obviously, at this point, I was thinking, I wonder if there's other parts of the world that are potentially like this and everyone's being lied to and there's like a government, like, scheme or something that's keeping people away from finding these areas. A bit like a Skeleton Crew, where obviously they're a planet that's hidden almost. But it's not quite like that because you learn a bit about the backstory.
Never talking crow that approaches, isn't it?
Yeah, the talking crow, mate. He's sick, to be fair. I love crows; they're so cool. But there's hundreds of infernals as well there, isn't there?
Yeah,
like hundreds and hundreds, like years and years old. There's just lava everywhere. It's like a proper like horror state into like like a horror movie level, like scene, sort of like scenery. Like it's so mad.
You know, every time I see lava now, mate, imagine Minecraft. The amount of times I fall in lava on Minecraft, mate. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You like get all this diamonds, you're like, yeah.
Basically, the world that they live in is just the Nether. They just need to find the portal, mate.
But yeah, there's literally infernos everywhere because when the Great Cataclysm happened, loads of infernos, like insane numbers of infernos that like are just walking around, don't they?
Created,
like lost, mate. They're lost.
So there's basically Amaterasu as well. Amaterasu?
Yeah, that's right.
I can't remember how to say it. In China as well. And mate, my conspiracy head then is like flying now. I'm like, cataclysms must be man-made. These have obviously all been built to destroy the world. There's like hellhounds as well, isn't there? There's like random hellhounds towards the end of this episode. And yeah, so he gets like Shinra at the end of this episode gets an Idola link, doesn't he? Or
yeah,
like
so
a
this
very quick one like that.
That Amaterasu, the China one's like a wish version, isn't it? It's not as well like
it's a scaled down, smaller version, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's called the Tabernacle. That's what they call it.
Such a fucking stupid name that was, mate. It's the Tabernacle. Every time they say it, I was like, shut up. Tabernacle. May as well call it a Tallywhacker, mate.
And we find out this mold is like, and that Yata guy, which is the crow, they're all from this like oasis, and it's been overrun by infernal hellhounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they basically want the team to help them take it back, really. But yeah, it's a lot of like lush greenery, strong trees.
Oh
around
yeah,
us.
it is an oasis. Like there's literally like ponds. It's like really nice palm trees, like greenery. Like you say, it's like they're on holiday, mate.
You know what I found? I need to ask you about that Scope, the mole guy.
Yeah, legend.
It's got a constant flame around his arse, like Charmander. Mate, if he farts, the whole forest is gone, mate.
Done for, mate. 100%.
It was like I need a fart, yeah.
He must have to literally cover his flame.
Yeah.
Got to cover it before he farts, hasn't he?
But he sits on the floor and it like does like rumbling. But yeah.
just sits down and fires it directly down so it doesn't affect anything.
See, he reckons them infernal dogs killed his friends, mate. But I reckon I've got a theory that he farted and just blew the red off me.
Farted and darted, mate.
That's a theory, mate. Put it out there on the internet, mate. That's what I'm saying.
I believe you, mate. But this episode ends basically with Shinra gets an Idola link, and it's basically a woman telling him to protect the forest, and then the episode ends, doesn't it? But you don't have to wait till next week because we watched the next episode. And then you get a history lesson from the Chinese side of things from Scope, which was quite interesting. So a woman with black and white eyes wearing a full robe like a witch. Basically, she produced a flame that rid of their hunger, so they don't get hungry anymore. They've made their lives longer, I believe, as well. So they've obviously been around since the beginning. And she relit the tabernacle, and then that created the forest. So it's almost like it's one of them where at this point I'm thinking, were they designed to destroy the world, or were they actually designed to make the world better and like rid the world of hunger and stuff like that, for example? But they got into the wrong hands, and then obviously they were then created to create the cataclysm. But I'll find out.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like they were created to help the world, but obviously with everything, like humankind just literally
ruined it. Someone's ruined it, man.
Yeah, greed. They get greedy, don't they? And they use things in a bad way. So, but I'm going to say that Lieutenant Pan, his abilities, mate, are so good.
Yeah,
the fact that he can buff people, like it reminds me, like if I was there, mate, I'd be like buff me up, mate. I'd just literally go Leroy Jenkins, mate. Like, come on, let's go, Leroy. Just run into like
loads of them, mate.
Buff me up, Pan, please.
Arthur again, mate. You don't get much from the people in this one because obviously these last couple have been more. We've had a lot, obviously, funny bits of the last episode, but then this episode, it's more about the history of it. And to be fair, you get some good action in this as well. But literally gets zapped by fire, and Arthur just screams, "He's dead!" The dead lad, mate. That proper made me laugh.
But yeah, so yeah, they nearly kill that leak guy off, didn't they? But Pan saves him with his whistle.
Yeah.
But yeah, that bit was like, is he dead?
He's dead.
So basically, we find out that these Infernos want to take over the Tabernacle. They're collecting all these tablets for their main boss, the leader, Tempe, I think his name is. And they want to use these tablets to activate this, to make a cataclysm again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And because they've been around since the other Great Cataclysm, they want this to literally give them eternal rest kind of thing, like eternal salvation he calls it, and a good rest. So that's why they're literally working together to try and use it as a weapon, basically, this tabernacle, use it in the wrong way. But obviously there's people in the way, ain't they? And this is the Fire Force team, which are already at the tabernacle. They're working things up and they're guarding it as well.
Yeah, they're like sentient, aren't they? They're intelligent, these Infernals are. They're not like normal Infernals. They can speak. And obviously, like one of them says, it was built to destroy the world. And there's obviously some info on the leader or the master, Temp. Is it Temp? Is his name Tempe or something like that?
Tempe, yeah.
They obviously, like you say, they gather those tablets with all the codes and stuff on. But the leader's wearing white-clad star robes, I noticed as well, like white and red robes. So obviously it must be linked in some way. But we don't find that out in this episode, unfortunately. So me and Martin will be learning more next time we come in to talk about it. But yeah, like Martin said, they basically plan to slow Tempe, who's like the demon infernal, isn't he? He's got like the horns and everything, down, because obviously the only way they know how to destroy them is masses and masses of firepower. It made I'm thinking, Shimmer's got it, mate. Just give him the devil horns, cativate, and he's sorting this. He's sorting this because he's got so much firepower in him. But it proves to be a little bit more difficult than that, doesn't it? So
yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying like the different, the more information we get in each episode, the lore of the world. Because obviously now they've gone to the Chinese Peninsula, there's more stories and there's more stuff that even like Shimmer and the team don't really know about, the world don't know about. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out in these next couple of episodes.
They get like a bit of a scrap towards the end, don't they? So like that Tempe's, he's hard as nails, to be fair. Like he's actually dead strong. Shimmer's obviously got his thinking hat on. He's just thinking, I need to try and get an Idola link, and does for a very split second from the woman who obviously made the Oasis. But it's only really quick, and then obviously you got Lit and the rest who are trying to figure it out. And Arthur's just like inside, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're inside. They got all the tablets, haven't they? And everyone's there like scratching their heads inside trying to figure out all these tablets. And Arthur's like, oh yeah, that's just pie, isn't it? Like what? Yeah, it's just pie. Simple math, mate. Simple math, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they might have an answer for next episode.
That's it. That's literally how the episode ends, isn't it? Yeah, that's pie.
Yeah, but like I say, I'm looking forward to see what more comes out from this like world or whatever. Because
it's
we had a talking mole and a talking crow, mate.
Yeah, it's mad. But obviously it's all magic, innit? It's just magic, mate. Essentially, isn't it? But I'm glad we're getting a little bit more world building now. We've moved away from Japan or Tokyo or whatever, so we're getting to see obviously how it's affected different parts of the world. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good show, like a very good show. Really enjoy it.
Yeah. So, Ian's got some new shows to talk to you about. We've started a couple of new shows because we finished prematurely. We finished Squid Games.
We had to get it out there. Everyone was talking about it. If we'd kept talking about it, even this week, really, it's dead now. And it's dead in the water. Like no one's bothered now until the next season comes out. So,
one thing I want to say about Squid Games is, if you ever make a Squid Game short, TikTok hates Squid Games for some reason.
The Chinese hate the Koreans. I'm just saying. I'm not starting anything, but it's definitely what's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Starting World War III up here.
No, that's definitely what's happening. That's all I'm going to say.
All I can say is me and Ian made some shorts. They didn't want to push it whatsoever. I don't know why. They just said it was crap, basically. They said it was bad. It's bad.
Just against the guidelines, apparently, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we're like, what's the guidelines? Oh, we don't know. That's it.
Just this. Yeah,
Cancel
view the
account.
guidelines. Don't make sense, mate. Can you tell me exactly why you don't like this? Nah. All right, okay. We've got 97 followers. We don't have any say in this. We'll just leave it.
Yeah, can you tell us where? Delete. Like, what the? Yeah, but yeah. So we've got 2 new shows.
We picked up 2 shows. We picked up another Korean show. Most people who are watching anime, and a lot of people who probably listen to us and watch us and support us, we love you, thank you. But you probably also like Korean shows. There's a lot of fantastic, well-written Korean shows out there. So we thought we'd pick up a new one in Bloodhounds. And then we're watching another show as well called American Primeval, which has just dropped, I think, last week maybe to Netflix. Enjoyed both of these shows. I'll put it out there straight away. We watched 1 episode of each because we wasn't sure. We didn't want to talk about loads and loads of it. And they were like both an hour long, so it's a lot of content. Enjoyed them both. Yeah. Both were very, very, very good. Both probably 8 out of 10 episodes, in my opinion. Both of them, 8 out of 10 episodes.
Both really good, yeah. And the good thing with Bloodhounds, if you want to watch it with us, season 2 is dropping this year. So, and like I said, the first episode. We're on a
5 Force thing. We're on a 5 Force thing, mate. We're getting up to date.
Yeah, so we predicted it. We predicted that season 2 was going to come out. So we're like,
mate, not only that, right?
Season 1.
On the live, for those who tucked into the live last Thursday, we was looking at shows, discussing shows, and these are the 2 shows we picked. Martin, I think Martin, you found Bloodhounds, to be fair, originally, and mentioned it. And then this was a while ago now, like last year, wasn't it? And then obviously Martin's like, no, let's get on Bloodhounds this time round. We'll get on it. We watch it. They announce a season 2. Me, there's a new show just dropped, Primeval. Let's watch it. We watch it. All of a sudden, everyone's talking about Primeval. One of the best shows. All over on media, mate. One of the best shows. It's a binge-worthy show, blah, blah, blah. Number 3 in the UK on Netflix. I'm just saying, trendsetters, mate. Follow us. We are trendsetters. Follow us. Trust me. We know what we're talking about.
And with this Primeval as well, literally, I've been going through social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and that lot. Primeval is like, people say it's like the best show, like this year so far. Like, it's up there, like 9.5 out of 10. It's a gritty, dark, like, drama set in the Wild West. And I was like, and we watched the first episode and I was like,
do you know what? Let's just discuss it now. Let's just talk about it. So we watched episode 1. So it's basically a Western that's based around 1850s, 1857 or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you like Red Dead Redemption, you will love this show. Honestly, I was so immersed in this show, it was unbelievable. It kicks off, there's like a woman and a son waiting for transport. And the guy, basically, some guys come to get him up and take them and escort them to a different area, like a camp or wherever. And he's late. It's taking ages and ages. And this woman, she's a proper bitch, mate. Like, she's dead horrible to a kid. She's dead cagey. She's like really, really eager to get out of where they are. And the guy finally arrives. She's horrible to him. And then they get to one of the stops. And there's loads of Native Americans. Like, obviously, cowboys and Indians, isn't it? That's literally it. There's loads of Native Americans, loads of like Americans, like American citizens or whatever. Well, they wouldn't have been at that time, really, would they? Let's be honest. They're all immigrants, aren't they? But Americans. But they basically get there, and it's like a fort, isn't it? And
it's Fort Bridger, isn't it? Fort Bridger's the place. It's a rough flipping place, mate. Rough.
So you get this like slow start almost to begin with, and you're thinking, I don't really understand what's going to happen here. You sat there watching it, thinking a bit unsure. There's like a woman and a kid, and it goes on for probably like 5 minutes. That scene does. Bloke comes, get in the car, they go. Mate, straight away in this fort place, like there's chaos, mate, isn't there? Like there's so much going off. There's people everywhere. Like. She's obviously like dead snappy, horrible to her son, and then they get there to meet obviously another guy, don't they? But because this other guy was late, the guy they're meant to meet has left, so they miss him. And then this French bloke's acting dead creepy. He's like really creepy to this woman, and it's like touching her and stuff into, like grabbing her and that.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's helped him get there with the car basically says, "Look, mate, back off." She just murks him. What?
It's like a shotgun on it, shotgun bait. Boom.
Blitz him straight in the stomach, murks him off straight away. So like, I was like, this is mad. Like, so now she's stranded. She's cooked, mate. She's proper cooked.
I don't know. It's a bit where this is at Fort Bridger. They're talking to Mr. Bridger.
Fort Bridge, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Fort Bridger. So they're talking to Fort Bridger. Sorry, they're talking to Mr. Bridger, and then like the sun goes outside like to have a bit of fresh air, or whatever. Goes out. That French guy's getting strung up, mate, from the
mate.
from the
It's,
rafters,
honestly,
mate. Front gate, mate.
This is what I mean. If you like Red Dead Redemption, certainly number 2, this is it. This is literally Red Dead Redemption. Like the hoisting the guy up in the noose and he's just hanging there. You can literally do that at Red Dead, mate. But this fort is a shithole, isn't it? Like it proper is, isn't it? Like, but it looks so authentic. Like the set is insanely good. The costumes are so authentic. I've seen people moaning online about like the color correction on it because it looks quite dullish. But like in my head, that's what I'm imagining. Like, because in those times, there's not loads of colours and stuff. It's loads of it's just dirt, wooden like walls and like cabins which are all brown wooden. The clothes are all brownish, black, white. They're all very neutral colours, and in my personal opinion, it fits this show so well up until this point. Like really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, this is literally thrown you in the Wild West. Like, this is it. This is what it was like. This is raw. This is, you're being thrown into this Wild West.
Yeah,
you feel like you're there. You feel like you're there when you're watching it. You're like, wow. And all the stuff, like the people, obviously all like fighting each other, robbing each other, killing each other. That's what, well, I wasn't there in the Wild West, but that's what, from what you've heard and what stories you've heard, that's what
history suggests. Like literal history suggests that it's like that.
But yeah, this like I say, this fort is it's dodge, mate. It's dodge.
Yeah, so she's managed to get this bridge guy to take them to somebody who knows the land, who may be able to help, and it's no other than Tyler Kitsch, mate, legend himself, the original Gambit, mate, from X-Men Origins Wolverine, mate. From the guy from Friday Night Lights, mate, back in the day.
We've got another DC character though in the fort as well, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon this? It's fucking Boomerang, mate. Boomerang from Suicide Squad, isn't it?
Suicide Squad, yeah.
He's mulling around.
The acting in this is very good. They've got a great cast, but they go to meet him, and he tries to shoot him straight away. He's literally washing his tallywhacker in this little river bit. And he goes to murk him, and they're like, "Look, mate, I've just shouted you. You know it's me, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? It's Bridges." But he's essentially saying, "Look," his character's called Isaac, isn't it? It's like, "No, I'm not helping you. Like, I don't want to." Essentially, like, I'm not doing it. I'm really not doing it.
I like the bit as well. Like, so Bridger, it literally describes. Basically, the path to Crook Springs, where this woman wants to get to.
It's on the dirt on the floor, isn't it?
Yeah, she goes like Crook Springs. It's this place here. She wants to get to her husband, who is actually at this Crook Springs, whatever. So they've got to go for an impassable mountain, bears, outlaws, savages, wolves, and the riled up Mormons. Basically, it'd be easier to get to Mordor. Basically, that's what she's saying.
Easily.
But
the Urukai there and everything, mate.
The leader of these Mormons is no other than Tig from Sons of Anarchy.
Big Tig.
Legend.
He is an absolute legend.
When I saw him, I was like...
He is a legend.
Start watching.
But, it gets to this point, basically, where you see this, like, young Native American, like, girl earlier in this episode. She basically walking around, she robs a knife. Someone shouts knife thief, but they're just joking. They're not bothered. Like, she's took this knife. Just some bloke pissed up in it. And she's lying down. She's in like a little wigwam, teepee, or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Again, that looks spot on, very authentic. Like that is in my imagination. That is exactly what you'd expect them to look like, if that makes sense. From obviously 175 years ago or whatever.
It's like they've thought about every scene and like how it would look on the camera. So yeah.
It's so good. But basically, there's this fat Native American nonce. Basically, like he's honestly a really, really, really big, horrible, ugly man. And he's drunk, and he goes in, and there's a woman there. I'm assuming it's her mum, and she lifts her like, I say quilt. It's not a quilt. It's like a hide, isn't it? She lifts her like blanket up to like. I thought, oh, that's her husband or something, like coming in or whatever. And basically, she's trying to invite him into her bed because he's horrible. He's like a rapist, basically, isn't he? Yeah. And he goes for the kid. And the woman's like, please don't do it, don't do it. And this kid, top girl, rob that knife, bang, 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 bang. Done, mate. Done.
And that's what happens to perverts, mate.
Yeah, and she legs it, doesn't she? As soon as she's murked him off, she's gone. Respect, mate. Nothing but respect on that. He deserved every single one of them stabs and more, in my opinion. But she's gone and hidden that woman, the kid in the woman's cart. And obviously, like, waiting for it all to die down and everything to sort of, like, make sure she doesn't get caught, really. But,
we've got another villain in there, haven't we? But another Marvel villain in the show as well, aren't we? Freaking Green Goblin, isn't it?
Green Goblin, mate. Tasm, mate. Amazing Spider-Man.
When I saw him, I was like, that's the Green Goblin. What's he doing here?
So yeah, these Mormons basically come to camp to fort, and they persuade them to let them follow them. Essentially, they say, "Look, we can't say that you're with us because they might not let us in, but you can obviously just follow us there. They have their own cart, they've got their own supplies, that sort of thing. So I suppose they can't say no. It's up to them if they follow them, isn't it? Like, I'm not being funny, mate. I'll just follow you a bit for like a minute behind you. I'm not bothered. I'm still following you." So like they obviously join these Mormons, but it's when the Mormons are in that thing and then the blokes are just like, how much for that one? Like trying to buy like the wives because they've got about 11 wives, haven't they?
Yeah, they get distant. They get like looked down upon. They get taunted a lot in the show.
They're just getting bullied, mate. Just getting bullied, aren't they?
It's jealousy, isn't it? Like, he's got 15 wives. What's going on? I only got one wife.
What's cracking off? I ain't even got one, man. That bloke behind the counter's like fuming.
But we find out like a bounty hunter comes to Fort Bridger.
Yeah, they've already left at this point, by the way, with the Mormons to go on to the next point.
Yeah. And
then obviously at the next point, they're going to hope to try and find someone to take them to the next point. Yeah. And it's basically like a big adventure. Like they're on a quest. This is a main storyline quest from Red Dead Redemption 2, mate. Like, they're on it. They're on the way, mate. Couple of side quests here and there, but they're on it.
It's not quite Fellowship of the Ring, but it's it's definitely a big adventure. It's a big journey.
I'm expecting big things to come.
But so a bounty hunter comes to Fort Bridger. He's looking round. He speaks to Mr. Bridger, the leader, and he's looking for a woman.
It might just add, he's a top guy. He is, you know. Bridgers, mate.
Oh, yeah, he's in loads of stuff. He's in. I'm trying to think what he's in now. He's in like loads of shows.
No, I mean his character, mate, because he knows snitchers get stitches. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's looking out for them. He's thinking, I'm not grassing this woman and her kid up. No, I'm not doing it. Like, deep down, he can tell he's actually a pretty good guy. Like,
so this bounty hunter's after Sarah, which is the woman who left with the son. $1,500 only, mate.
Mate, I put in all capitals, no way is she wanted for murder. And then in my head, I thought that explains sort of like why she's in an agitated state all the time, and obviously the urgency for her to be leaving and getting to different places because she's wanted, mate. She's obviously she can't be staying around. And I she's still a shit mom, but like I'm still sort of like in my head thinking that you can sort of understand why she's acting in those sort of like why she's acting like that in those situations. So yeah.
So they get to this camp. Don't they? They get to like, the next point. This like, little camp thing. Everyone's having a good time and stuff. But Isaac, the top man we met earlier, he's followed the mother and the son, and he literally watches from range, and he's like watching him, seeing make sure they're all right, basically.
Yeah, he's just been an absolute swell guy.
It's in the bushes, mate, watching out for danger.
Bit creepy, but other than that, he's there.
His heart's in the right place, isn't it?
But yeah, he's cool. He's just a scout, isn't he? He's just like a little shinobi.
Green Goblin's wife, mate, bored out of a tree, isn't she?
Oh, she's bored
Just
Marty, though, isn't she? She's dead Marty, mate. Why is she being Marty at him? You know he's a Mormon. Like, stop being Marty at him. Shouldn't have married him then, should you? You know
Stand up for him, mate.
Shouldn't have married him.
So the camp's full of laughter. Everyone's having good time. Food's being dished out. Next minute, arrow back of the head, murks some girl one after it. She start talking mid sentence like, "Yeah, I did this the other day." Done, mate. Arrow to the back of the head.
Obliterated, mate.
And then the whole camp is suddenly under attack. Arrows flying everywhere.
But basically to get to that point, these Mormons have come up, haven't they? And say, "Look, you're on our land.
Sorry, I forgot about
you're on our land. We expect you to be gone by like nightfall. Like you're going today." And this bloke's like, "Nah, mate, doubt it.
That conversation between them two was very good. Wasn't it?
Tense, wasn't it? It was very tense. That conversation was like, it was who's got the biggest balls, basically, like proper type conversation.
Well, these are Mormon military, aren't they? These are
Mormon militia.
Militia, that's it. Yeah, they're just basically bandits and just think they own the land, but no, mate, the government owns the land.
Don't know shit.
But they're giving this guy some lip, aren't they? They're giving some lip.
Yeah.
The leader of the camp, like, give him some lip. The next minute, the leader of the camp's like, no. He goes, we've got 60 guns back here, mate, if you want to start some trouble.
I'm pretty sure my gun's better than your guns, mate.
Yeah. Basically, like, get lost, and while you're at it, give me, like, a kind of bring your wives over or whatever. While you're at it, because you've got loads of wives, basically. So, but yeah, this scene where the camp comes under attack, mate, that was so good.
They're all on the floor, like, having a chit-chat, aren't they? And honestly, this arrow comes flying in, and the arrow goes through that Mormon woman's like head, straight for the Mormon woman's head. I can't say that. Straight for her head, anyway. Insane, mate. I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, this is kicking off now. Jacob, Green Goblin, gets scalped, like partially scalped.
Half.
Oh, I heard that, mate. I felt that so bad. Like, this is mental. But what a hectic scene. The camera angles and stuff they used as well, like, were so shaky, but it made you feel like you were so up close, like you was there. Like, it gave you like a bit of an idea of what it obviously was actually like, and it was sick, man. Sick.
I thought the camera angles and stuff and the action reminded me of, like, Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones, yeah.
I was like panning around and like
always whipping around and stuff.
The main character was obviously
and like
Jon
the arrows and stuff flying in and.
Arrows flying past, like a bull at one point nearly murks them off.
Yeah, good.
Running through, mate.
Yeah, so basically the woman and the kid make a run for it, and they're running obviously around the camp, and they go and hide under this cart, and then this bull's coming into it, like you say, and it blitzes the cart clean in half, and they're basically making it around. Finally, make a run for it, and they run into obviously Isaac, who murks one of them clean, mate. He's done for it, isn't he? And then obviously he helps them. And in bed, I was thinking, I think I'm going to like Isaac as a character. What a sick guy he is, mate.
There's these Mormon
so
militia,
sick.
They don't hold back there. They kill women, children, anyone, mate, anyone. There's a bit where the kid runs, mate, and this guy just literally blasts him point blank, doesn't he?
They're not bothered.
Murks the kid off, mate, yeah.
They're literally not bothered, mate. Then it flicks back to the fort, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you tell them what happens at the fort, then.
So it flicks back to the fort, and the scene where the bounty hunter originally comes in, he's talking to Bridges, and there's a couple of guys like sat down at this table, and they overhear him. And then the bounty hunter sat there eating some food. This guy comes sit down. He's like,
Boomerang, innit? Boomerang from there.
Yeah, he comes sits down. He's like, What's the cut then? If I know you're looking for. And this bloke's like, shut up, mate. You don't even know who it is. It's bounty hunter. And he says, oh yeah, the kid's got like a brace on his leg, and he's like, shit, yeah, like, all right, then say more. They work out this deal, and he's like, look, if I can take you to him tonight, what's the cut? He's like, 500. I'll give you 500 if you can take me to him tonight. He's like, come on then. Take him outside, and they fill him in, don't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely fill
like,
him
I've got
in.
500 quid right here, mate. That points to his like jacket. They're going to murk him off outside, mate. Stab him
He
up.
gets done in by about 5 of them, and they've obviously robbed the wanted poster. That one guy there, I think he's a bit... He didn't want to do it, did he? One of them. He was like, no, you didn't say he was going to do this. Like, we're just going to, like, rough him up or whatever. I can't remember exactly what he says, but yeah, they've murked the bounty hunter, and now they've got the wanted poster. So now they've got 5 of these random goons after him, and then it flicks back again, doesn't it, to this camp?
Yeah, and the militia are literally just murking people off, aren't they?
Honestly, they're just walking around checking if people are alive. Done.
They want no witnesses, and obviously we know the mother and the son and Isaac have gone, so that's the next mission. They've got to try and find them.
Yeah, so and they've got like this lineup, haven't they? Them Mormon wives and whatever. And it's like, what shall we do? And it's like, no, we can't have any witnesses. Like, get rid of them. And then Jacob's still alive, mate. For a Mormon, he's a unit.
Green Goblin. This is where he turns the Green Goblin now, mate.
This is origin story. Got these goblin bombs. But overall, solid start to the story. I honestly, acting was great. I love the authenticity of the sets. The costumes look really good. Like I said, the colour grading. I saw people online whinging about it a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it suited this sort of like the feel very well. It was sort of made you imagine how it would actually have been like at that sort of time. I know obviously the world wasn't orange or whatever, but the colours were very dull. Like there was a lot of dirt, a lot of mud, a lot of like cabins, like a lot of stuff was just wooden. So there weren't a lot of colour anyway. But
I was gonna say, like, if you're not good with blood and stuff like that, and this show is very like gritty, it's gory, it's dark. So yeah, just be be careful.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job of it. Like there's a scene in there as well where they're Isaac, obviously the woman and the kid have like scampered off, and it's gotten dark, and it made you feel cold, like the way it looked and stuff, the way they set it. It genuinely, like you could feel the cold like through the TV. I know it sounds weird, but they really did it so well that you could tell it was freezing. Like
yeah,
they just did such a good job, mate. Really good job.
Like we both went in it not really knowing. We knew it was Wild West, but we didn't know too much about it. And then to come away from it, like, mate, that was brilliant. Like,
yeah,
it literally kind of throws you into the Wild West scene. Like you imagine you're there, like you said, with the cold and stuff. That's the part where the woman and the son like ask, "Oh, can we set a fire?" And he goes, "Well, if you want to live through the night, mate, no." Like,
yeah, like you literally you're just telling people where you are with a fire.
Yeah, but yeah, like you say, it's all the costumes are great. The camera and the acting is
very good,
on point, so good. So yeah, definitely recommend it to anyone listening or watching. Yeah, like watch it with us. We're going to watch the second episode next week. So yeah, and obviously let us know your thoughts in the comments at the end of the pod. But yeah,
and then the second show, Bloodhounds, episode 1.
Very
Again,
good, awesome.
a very good start. Now, the very start of this was very good. So, like, the main character, it comes up and there's like they're at a bus stop, and there's this drunk guy. He's being a bit grievy, and he's giving the bus driver grief. He's obviously out his head drunk, and he's just being a nuisance. He's being a menace. And then this guy, the main character, comes up, grabs him like, no, come on, mate, get off here, let's get gone. And it's the way that he was fighting it off. Like the guy was swinging from him, he's like, oh sorry, like stopping him, was like, oh sorry. It was like such a Jackie Chan style scene, like a Jackie Chan sort of like comedy style fighting scene where he obviously wasn't fighting back, he was just blocking his attacks and just saying sorry as he was like pushing him away, like, I'm sorry, sorry.
He politely takes him down.
Yeah, like so polite.
But the main characters in this, like, we're about to discuss it, but the main character, like Kim, is such a good character, mate. Like, he's such a nice guy as well. But he's really good at boxing as well, to be found out. But yeah, I just love this bit where he just literally politely takes down the guy. Just like, I'm sorry, like bowing down. And all the other people on the bus are like, yeah.
Is Kim Gun-woo into this guy? Because there's another Kim in a minute I've made a note of, and it was just very briefly. But the only part of this episode that I thought was boring was the banking part. Like the investing meeting bit. But that went on a little bit. But basically, this guy Kim Gun-woo, he lives with his mum. They're obviously financially struggling. It's based around COVID time sort of thing, isn't it? So about all that time, where obviously a lot of businesses were having a hard time, obviously financially, and she can't afford to pay rent. So that's essentially like his motive for winning these fights. He wants to win these fights so he can get paid and help pay his mum's debts and help obviously support his mum, which is very honourable. But they get this meeting and they've like 4 of these investors. They're in this like banking meeting where they're trying to figure out. It's just boring, mate. If I'm honest with you, like. They're just trying to get money together, aren't they, to like rebuild this building or whatever and try and provide.
Yes, so talented. They're trying to
hotel. That's it.
But it's like a dodgy like
dodgy youth, isn't he?
Yeah, like he's an investor into it.
There's a bloke called Kim Myong-il in there, and he had a proper Squid Game style business card, didn't he? Well, that's the only note I mentioned.
That dodgy guy though, I haven't got a name for him. I'll just call him Knobhead on my notes.
Yeah, I don't know if I got a name for him yet either.
We'll call him Knobhead if you want.
Yeah, just Knobhead, isn't it? But yeah, like I say, after this like longish scene of this investment thing, this guy gets in and he's got the worst makeup in the world on his face to cover his scar up, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if he was supposed to be somebody else or what, I don't know, but basically Kim Gun-woo is just obviously a really nice guy, and he's like a curly-haired, cocky one. And there's obviously a couple of good fights, and his main style is basically what he's doing is just body shotting folk and just sparking them on body shots into.
Yeah, so he's taking part in this like Rookie of the Year tournament thing. So it's like upcoming boxes. The no crowd in the arena, obviously, because it's COVID. It reminded me of the football matches during COVID, mate. Literally,
and the UFC ones as well. The UFC fights and stuff. And
so weird, mate.
Bizarre, yeah, it's really bizarre.
But yeah, this, like I say, this tournament takes place. He's literally just murking people off with his left hand, and it's like boom, boom.
Yeah, but you get this. At first, I was like, oh, obviously he's this really nice guy. He's this really cocky guy as well. And I thought this guy's he needs to get out, mate. He does. But then about 10 minutes later, you like love him, don't you?
Yeah, I'm talking a bit about Hong's the fighter he's against, and he's like, a coach is like, just be careful, mate. His left hand's solid as that. Yeah, easy, innit? I'm a Marine, innit? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm a Marine.
Gets murked off by the same thing, isn't it? The same hand, just like boom, boom.
Yeah, but there was a part where you think Kim's actually got sparked out, don't you? But it's like a Sakamoto style daydream, wasn't it? Like it was like just imagining, if I do this, then I need to make sure I do this slightly different for that not to happen, almost. But yeah, it's cool.
But the thing is with Kim as well, like he's won the match, but he waits for Hong, doesn't he? The person who just fought, he waits for him outside his locker room and offers to pay for a meal for him. I was like, yeah, this guy's sick, mate. This guy's such a kind guy. And
he meets him after, doesn't he? He's like, oh, let's get food. And he's like, why me? He's like, well, everyone else has left. So, but obviously, and then he actually seems pretty cool. The Marine guy does, doesn't he? And they form this like really proper bromance in this restaurant. Like the restaurant scene. Yeah, it's quite funny in that restaurant. They're having like a pork belly or something, aren't they? Or whatever they're eating. I don't know what they're eating, but
I like the bit where it's like you're really good, but do you only train me left arm? It's like, no, my strongest is my right. It goes, yeah, but you didn't use it. It's like, yeah, I didn't have time to. Time to use it. It's like
the left was just open each time. It's like, God, you're cocky. It's like, think you can beat people with your weak hand every time? Like, no, it's not that.
So this guy's got two killer fists on him, mate.
He's an absolute animal, mate. But I found out obviously that Kim Gun-woo, he was a Marine too. And he found out he was higher up in the Marines, wasn't he? And he's like, sir.
He's like, sit down, mate.
He's like, sit down, mate. No, we're just mates.
So we find out about Kim, like, his dad got sacked from this like big company. He tried to take him to court, lost the court case, and his mum owns like a cafe, and they used the money from the cafe to pay for this court case thing.
The bills or whatever.
Which
Yeah.
they didn't win, so it cost them a lot of money. Which obviously that's why they're struggling for money. So they're quite poor, but the old Kimmy boy, he's won 10 million won, isn't he, from the
10 million won, mate.
Which you're going to give his mum, which is not. And that
It's
bit
about 25 quid, I think.
Yeah, it's like, don't spend it all at once, mate. But that bit where he gives it his mum, I thought was quite cute. It's like,
yeah,
his mum's like really grateful.
Yeah, he's just a nice bloke, isn't he?
Mate, then we have that horrible knob head again, don't we?
Mate, I've just said scroty git. That's my note for him. Scroty git. And like they're going business to business, pressuring and convincing people into taking loans. Essentially, aren't they? Like saying, "Oh, we've got a government scheme, blah blah blah." It's not. It's a load of shit. They're loan sharks, aren't they? Absolute crooks.
Yeah. And obviously, these people are like small businesses. I know it's COVID, so they're struggling. So they're kind of forced to sign away the names. So these people come in, they're like really like nice, like, oh yeah, come with us and do this, do this.
Proper sleazy, aren't they?
And then the bit after them, they're celebrating, mate. They're celebrating, drinking beer and wine and stuff. And
get out.
Like, but obviously, Kim's mum is one of the businesses that is approached, and we'll find out a bit more what happens with that later. It's all about that guy, though, isn't it? That old lord.
Oh, mate, you know what? Gunwoo's rapid, isn't he? Like that overhead alley chase scene was so cool. I loved that. It was very, very good until he got tasered by that girl.
Yeah, so we have this other old lord that's introduced. I've not got his name. I didn't write it down, but
yeah, the girl's granddad, innit?
Yeah, the girl's granddad. He like lends money to people without interest, so he's obviously looking out for people.
Yeah, he wants to help his community out. He's got a bit of money. He wants to help his community out. He's just a really nice, really, really great guy. And his granddaughter, she's a little bit confused. Like, why don't you just charge interest? Like, you'll make loads of money off it. And he's like, it's not about that. It's about building the community up. He understands the bigger picture of things. Like, you've got to help your community out. And then in fold, that'll help everyone out. Because obviously, once you start rebuilding the community, everyone's using the cafes, the shops, all that sort of stuff again. And obviously, the things around them. Then that naturally builds up everyone else and all the other shops, providing obviously jobs, that sort of. He just gets it, doesn't he? He's just a top guy.
And he has a bit of joy as well because one of the families he helped out, he lent his money to this person, and it kind of saves her daughter's life. So he's like, that's why
treatment. Yeah,
that's why I don't charge interest, mate, because the joy I get from that.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. But these loan sharks are gonna get murked, I swear, mate.
But we have a bit at the end. We have a bit at the end where his granddaughter's looking into a gang that's dressing up as homeless people, robbing homeless people's IDs and then taking out loans. So she's looking into that. So the old guy's like, I can't do it on my own. So he rings one of his friends and goes, can you look for a bodyguard with knowledge of like business, the loan business? So I'm assuming he's going to get him in to help, or her in to help his granddaughter. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this scene at the end, basically you find out that Kim Gunwoo's mum, unfortunately, has succumbed to these scumbags. And that's what she took her loan out of these loan shark guys. And he's a nutter, he is, as well, in that bloke. Like, it reminded me of the guy from Squid Games, you know, the one who was giving the cards out?
Yeah.
Like, he's just an absolute nutter. An absolute mental guy. Phones him up, doesn't she?
Yeah, so sort of smashing the windows as they're trashing the place. Kim's mum rings Kim up in it, and he's not far away. But that scene where he gets there, mate.
So good. So it's rolled up and he's sort of battering loads of him.
But like the fighting's like really good. Like we watched Like a Dragon, the Accusers.
Like a Dragon. Rubbish.
Nothing compared to the fight.
Compared to this, yeah. The level of
pummeling people.
The level of choreography is so much better better.
So when Kim arrives, he sees the guy who looks like the guy from Squid Games. He's literally like got his mum's head on the table, like demanding the money back, and that's it, mate. He flips. He starts smacking up, left hooking, right hooking people. There's one guy on the floor just like pummeling.
He's a beast, isn't he? Absolute beast.
But then we eventually get to the bit where the knobhead, the main guy, he turns
Big
up.
unit of a thug, isn't he? Like that rolls up.
Yeah, it's got that guy called, I can't remember his name, is it Biom in it? Biom, I think his name is. But this guy's massive. He's got like a bucket out on. And it's just a massive like tank that he's brought with him. But he absolutely batters Kim, doesn't he? Literally headbutts him to the ground.
There's only way you could beat him though by headbutting him. He was putting up a good scrap to begin with.
He's about to make him off, isn't he, in front of his mum?
Yeah,
his mum's watching. Obviously, his mum's watching all this, and Kim's getting battered by this guy in front of his mum and obviously the knobhead. But then he gets him on the floor, doesn't he? The knobhead that like crouches over him is like tries to recruit him, doesn't he? Like, oh, like a man with like a person with grit. You can work for me or whatever. Kim spits blood in his face, doesn't he? Get out.
Legend.
And then
Legend, Kimmy boy.
And knobhead pulls a knife out and slices his face. But yeah, that ending scene, I was like, because like when you see that the thugs approaching the shop, you're like, oh my goodness, here we go. So I thought his mum was going to get hurt and stuff.
Yeah,
she didn't really get hurt, but Kim literally batters about 15 blokes. So good. Tombs them. I put it here. Tombs them.
It was sick.
You know, if you said to me, like, let's watch 2 episodes this week, I would have been like, what? But yeah, it was really good first episode. And I think there's 8 episodes, isn't there? 8 episodes of this, and there's 6 episodes of
6 of American Primeval, yeah. Both shows are on Netflix for anyone who's got Netflix. For anyone who hasn't got Netflix, you probably know where to find them.
Yeah. Dodgy sites, mate. They're out there.
Dodgy sites or downloads.
But yeah, that's it for this week. We're going to continue to bring you more shorts. We're working on gaming content. So it's all going to drop soon, mate. And if you're not subscribed, then you're not going to see it. So
you're missing out. You're missing out. Subscribe it now. Like now. Leave a comment now. Links to our socials in the description. Mine, Martin's, and the Discord, which is the most important thing. You get into the Discord.
Yeah, so I mean, like, obviously, if you're listening and watching the show, podcast every week, you obviously love anime, you love gaming, you love TV shows. So Discord is the one. We're all in there, all lovers of anime, TV shows, and gaming. We're all in there to chat to. So just drop in by. Don't be scared to approach. Just say hi. We're all friendly there. So yeah, but like we say, join the Discord, like and subscribe, because there's a waterfall of content coming, mate, and you must be there.
Steady flow, mate. It's a steady flow, and you've got to be there for it. Support us. Follow us on TikTok if you've got it. And we're on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music. We're on YouTube Music under podcasts as well. Big things are coming this year, and we want you there along the way.
And if you want to say hi to us, we're going to be on TikTok most Thursdays, Thursday night. So drop in by, say hello, come and see us, and yeah, we'll say hello. We'll have a good chat. We did last week, didn't we? We went on for a bit.
Yeah, good.
Putting our name out there, and yeah, we got some good chats. Ashen, who we follow on TikTok, another loves gaming and anime. We had a good chat with him. Yeah, just drop on by, say hello, and we'll see you there.
Catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care, guys. Bye.
Love you, bye.